Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, Mask of the Betrayer! Last episode, we did some finagling around with souls and managed to get the last two keys that we required. We also managed to save Amangero and find out what happened to all of our companions. Amangero's alive, Kelgar's alive, and Nishka is alive. Sand and Zahavi might be alive, but they might not have. We don't know. And the remainder of our companions, Grobnar, Cassavir, and Eleni, have all passed. Sadly. It is unfortunate that they couldn't all get out. Either way, the time has come to go into the tower and turn in the 4 keys, so that we can see what's on the other side of this door. Alright, everyone wanna come in and join me here? I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Place the surrogate soul in one of the sockets, the fragmented soul, the incomplete soul, and the marked soul. The 4th soul housing slides into place. A mechanism within the door triggers and the lock retracts at last. Suddenly, the runes scribed on the door flare red, and the lock snaps back into place. Something is wrong. Uh-oh.
There. The door is finally open, Araman. We have waited and done all you asked.
Araman, I owe you the wages of your treachery.
I told you the girl doesn't deserve this. We do it quickly and mercifully, or I'll have no part.
Silence. Wait.
So, you must be Araman. I've seen you before, in a dream.
A dream or a memory? Is there anything left of you inside that hollow shell? Do you know my face? The face of a brother who once ran laughing in your wake? My smiles have faded, and your face has changed many times. But something of you must still remain.
How is this possible? I grew to manhood far from here, on the other side of the world. No, you're insane. You're no brother of mine.
Not of your body, no. That part of you belongs to another. But look deeper. Cast off the mask if you can.
What lunacy? Araman, what is this? With respect, I see no reason to play yet more games with...
Turn away. Cast your eyes back to Rashomon. To home. Leave this place now, and none will hinder you. Beyond that door you may find truth, but also folly. A folly that will sunder the plains and render meaningless all that you have suffered.
I'll find my answers, and I'll see that no one suffers. You have my word on that.
I remember similar words, and a similar promise. And now, we both suffer. But if you are intent upon this, then I cannot protect you any further. My fight is not with you.
He is mad. Madder than Nephros ever was. Come, let's make an end to this before he changes his mind.
Master Javi, please. You and I, we live with Thayan ambition and treachery all around us. It taints our actions. But I know that our friendship was never a lie.
She's right, Jaffe. Even I could see that your affection for Sophia is real.
Perhaps, my dear, but
I know you stood by, watched as they murdered my mother. I know you must think that condemns you to their side, but it doesn't. They would have killed you for opposing them. You are the same man who comforted a frightened girl, terrified of the voices in her mind, and taught her to craft little chattering creatures of twigs and clay, real voices to drown out the false.
you shame me, my dear. Surviving has become a habit. If I am to break it, you are the best of reasons.
Fine. We'll appoint another in your place, Jaffy. A wizard with more sense and fewer wrinkles.
Oh, okay. We've got Gib, Osai, Namara, Ur, Zazura, and Atabe. Right? Get on the killing if you can. Please, just do something. There, we can kill that one. kill Atabe here. And it looks like... Nope, Jaffe is still alive. We got 2 more that we need to kill. No, Jaffe is gone. Unfortunate. If only we could actually hit them. Okay, one's dead. 1 more to finish. Osai. Come on, finish him. There we go. Okay. Unfortunately, it seems Jaffe didn't survive. Got a fair bit of loot, but... Rikorzata, Possum, Jaffe. Rod of Reversal. He's, Dispel Magic and Greater Dispelling. Yeah, that could be useful. Throw it in there. And we have a level up for Ganiev. Delightful. Great Charisma. Maybe? What else do you have here? Epic Gate. You know what? Grab that. Alright.
Yes.
What is your level now? 27. That is actually enough that we could get some improvements to our various abilities, but I think we'll save that, and I just realized these are actually no good for you. You can't use them. Good to know.
Your command.
Those will be sold in the future.
Yes.
Can you... No, not that. No, you just do any.
Command.
This leads to a portal. Huh. I think we'll rest for now, and then we'll proceed through this portal to whatever the hell is on the other side. That is not much suppress. That's a little concerning. Regardless, we have a portal to go through. Let me save before we do. Alright. I did do a quick thing on the side after I saved, and managed to upgrade Freezer Burn. Now it does more fire damage, and it's got more of an enhancement bonus. Couldn't upgrade the cold damage because I don't have enough pristine water essences, unfortunately. I could do it with an upgrade to air essences. I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with Freezer Burn as it is. Anyway, through the portal. Where the hell are we? Who or what are these? The astral plane. The corpses of gods float here, and this is where Myrkul was cast when he died. Knights of the Undying Dragon. Hold! Art thou the one my master awaits? That would depend on who your master is waiting on. My lord hath commanded me to grant passage to an old friend. He described this being as one with an appetite that cannot be sated. He hath seen this person in his dreams, but was uncertain how he would appear when he arrived. Who is your master? We are sworn to the service of Myrkul, Lord of Bones, and our pledge is eternal. I am a spirit eater. That fits your description. Yes, I thought I recognized thee. It has been ages. Proceed then, and know that only a pale shadow of my master remains, wafting freely between dream and wake. Thou wilt need to approach his head and speakest in his ear if thou wish a waking audience. What? God of the dead? Approach his head. Oh! Oh my! Oh dear me. We're walking on a corpse.
Ah, what is this? Are you a dream, a fantasy, a recollection spawned in my own dead mind? Yes, you are that, but you are more too. I know you, Spirit Eater. You are an irony that walks, two fates bound together, both severed and incomplete. And you have brought others, cast-offs, discarded souls such as this priestess. She is of the higher planes, tinged with Kalimvor's blind philosophy, salted with the wretched tears of Ilmater's pity. Are you here because Ilmater has now done as Kalimvor did?
She can answer you as well as I could, dead god.
Ilmater forsakes no one, Myrkul. Even ones who commit such atrocities as building the Wall of the Faithless and making vessels to feed its strength.
Ilmater may take pity on you, little bird, but Kalimvor severed you like a gangrenous hand. He smelled the death of faith upon you. With all his pragmatism, he can be crueler than I, but he will not rule the dead better for it, I think.
He rules the dead now, Myrkul. One could even say he rules dead gods as they drift in this empty place.
Perhaps. It is an amusing notion, but your life embodies an irony of Kalimvor as well.
And what irony do you speak of?
He does not know what he speaks of.
Do I not? You sought to console the dying, soothe their pain and doubt. Then the true pain came when you discovered where you were guiding them. Doom guides. Apt name. What matters in healing their pain if the true agony is to come? That is what awaits them on my wall.
It is only a structure. It will not survive time and faith. It will not survive me.
You don't know Kaelin as I do, Myrkul. She is committed to this.
You would have an easier time dismantling Mount Celestia, stone by stone. Ritual and circumstance are not easily undone, little bird, and they are rarely accomplished by peace. Will you lead the living to slaughter and die for those already lost? What a sacrifice for you to demand of those who blindly follow you.
Time and justice favor me. You know not what you say, Myrkul.
I know this. I know your grandfather came to your god Kalimvor in secret before you mounted your great crusade.
What do you mean?
He lies. My grandfather shared no words with Kalimvor.
Oh, there you are mistaken. He appealed on your behalf. He apologized for your narrow-mindedness. Described you as a rogue grandchild that did not learn the rules, the drumbeat by which the universe marches. Your own blood condemned you, but it was only a small punishment, was it not? You had already discovered how thin the cloak of Kalimvor's faith was. He does not keep out the cold, not at all. His punishment cast you out of his halls, sealed the door of your home to you. Never again will you walk on the slopes of Mount Celestia, hear the chorus in the house of the Triad. You are an angel left to walk the earth, with only her burning need for justice to keep her warm. A fairy tale with a bright beginning and a fiery end, I think. But isn't this how such falls always begin?
She has not fallen, Myrkul, for she has not given up, and neither have I.
The one I follow speaks in better words than I, but I share their strength. Some fall, it is true, but others? Victory and justice sustain them until they reach the gates of their enemy.
Ah, a crusader's heart. Follow the same path, and the destination shall be no different, little dove. I should have devised punishments and prisons for one such as you, little priestess, who drift from god to god, leaving tracks in the ashes of your smoldering faith.
Your Wall of the Faithless will not endure, Myrkul. Like you, it will die in time.
I have accepted death. You, however, perhaps in guarding death's kingdom, you thought such fates were beneath you.
Who has fallen now?
When you go before Kelemvor, little dove, see what he says to your reasons and your appeals. Ask him to dispense with ritual, with the agonies of the wall, and listen to his answer. At that moment you will fall. You will know that the planes turn, and justice does not drive them.
Once you were the lord of decay, of corruption, of wasting away. And now you are at the mercy of all those things. It makes me suspect the universe is just.
Like your former god, you favor blunt action and brute force, with little regard for what such actions cause farther down the road. And perhaps what you see is not justice, but only amusement and irony, two things which I value more.
I have questions for you. Save your taunts for another time.
And this one, he is bound for my wall, as the Coven said, no?
If the wall remains there when death comes for me, I shall crack it from within.
Braver and stronger tribes spawn of hags. Despite your ego, the universe does not bend to your whims, and it is I who set the rules long ago. But you still do not believe in gods or faith, even as you look upon my corpse. But I suppose to believe in one such as me, to you that is a death of a different sort, and no less painful than dying within my wall of the faithless. And what other detritus clings to you, Spirit Eater? The Red Woman, she has been here before. All that she is now, she owes to me, and to you, Spirit Eater.
Your memory is fading faster than your name, old god, and you're wrong on 2 counts. First, I have never been to the astral realm before this moment, so this is not a reacquaintance. And second, I owe you nothing.
But you stood before me just a short time ago, Red Woman, burning with rage and love in equal measure. What a shattered thing you have become, as ignorant of your own nature as the one who leads you. If only your beloved had accepted my judgment of you, your suffering might have ended long ago. Spirit Eater, speak, and tell me what has brought you to this boneyard of gods.
Very well. We have much that we can learn, I imagine. This looks like no boneyard I have ever seen. Where are we?
Did you step through a portal without knowing where it led? We are between the planes, Spirit Eater, in a crossroad of sorts. An infinite sky where sensation and dream are sharpened to an edge. And a charnel house for gods who are dead. An easy place to drift and sleep. A kinder death than millions that I condemned. But then, the planes do not promise justice, do they?
I was told that you were dead and gone. How do you speak?
A god does not easily die. He lives in the fears of him which linger on, in the doubts that he is truly gone, and in the suffering of those whose lives he brought to grief. Yes, Spirit Eater, even your suffering sustains me. Every anguish that you sow, you unknowingly dedicate to me. Every mortal who cowers or cringes at your name, they are also cringing at mine. With every such pain, the embers of my soul burn a little brighter than before.
You said that I suffer from a curse, a hunger inflicted by you, Myrkul.
Your hunger is a punishment, Spirit Eater. But it was not meant for the hero who once plied the Ghost of Swords. No, that punishment belongs to the one who now shares your fate. Akashi the Betrayer is just as I left him. He is empty now. A ravening void that seeks always to fill itself up, to regain what the wall took from him. So he steals what he lost, a face, a body, a name. These are a mask to be worn for a time, until they are also devoured by his unending hunger.
So this hunger within me was once a living man?
Yes, a man whose crimes against the plains were unsurpassed, and I devised a fitting punishment to match them. The betrayer's hunger was born in the wall of the faithless. I placed him there and watched as his mind slowly drained away. His thoughts, his memories, these were torn from his grasp, one by one. Emptiness filled him, the hunger of the wall. But before the wall could consume him completely, I tore him free, so that his suffering, his emptiness would linger eternal.
You're only telling part of the truth, Myrkul. Akachi's punishment was also something more.
Was it then?
You said that my suffering helps keep you alive, that my hunger sows fear and pain, and these sustain you.
I said those things, yes. If you are so clever, Spirit Eater, then make your point.
My point is this. The Spirit Eater was a contingency, a plan to keep yourself alive. If this curse was ever ended, your evil works would be forgotten, and your consciousness would fade.
Ah, Spirit Eater, what a sure wager you were. And of all the masks, you are the first to know what you truly are. Two faces bound together. One betrayed my faith, the other never worshipped me at all. The irony is deep and worthy of a god's devising.
You can say that. You truly love irony, don't you? What crime did Akachi commit?
He raised an army, marched against the realm of the dead, against his god. Is that not crime enough?
But why? For what purpose?
For justice. To tear down the wall of the faithless and set free all the souls that I had bound within. To defy the order of the plains, the combat between mortals and gods.
Still, I think you're leaving something out. Why would one of the priests turn against you with no warning?
Do not presume to hurl blame at my door, Spirit Eater. I cannot account for the treacheries of every mortal soul, only for their consequences.
You're missing something. Why would the betrayer choose me for his mask?
Oh, it was no matter of choice. The betrayer has become an empty, mindless thing. When he devours one mask, he simply waits for the next to appear. Perhaps you blundered too near, or perhaps he lay in darkness, trapped and forgotten, and someone gave you to him. Only love could be so cruel, I think.
Akachi is not empty. Not completely. I've seen the remnants of his memories in my mind.
Oh, you have seen delusions, perhaps. The spawn of your desperate mind. Nothing remains of the betrayer's mind or self, else he would not be the ravening, empty beast that he is.
So if you punish the betrayer and all of his victims with him, I suffer now for the crime of another.
I made a place for Akachi in the wall of the faithless. Your soul has gone to fill it. When the betrayer's hunger finally consumes your body and mind, then your soul will dissolve into the wall, and you will be no more. To reclaim your soul, to tear it from the wall, only in that impossibility might you find your salvation. But how to assault the city of judgment? Unless you were to follow a road already prepared.
The betrayer's gate. The door at the bottom of your vault in Mulsantir.
Yes, Spirit Eater. That gate is a doorway to the empire that I lost, the realm of the dead. Do you have the key, I wonder? You possessed it once. It is that which you and the betrayer held in common. The silver blade of the demigoddess Gith. And now the sword awaits you, fully forged in the sanctum of one who loves you. Everything in place, almost as though it was planned this way from the start.
The plan is yours, then? For your deranged pleasure?
The pleasure may be mine, but the plan is not. Your ally and your enemy are one and the same Spirit Eater, and I am neither. Use the blade to open the gate, assault the City of Judgment, and tear your soul from the wall. Finish what Akashi began. Your captains have waited long for your return. When the gate swings wide, they will come like loyal hounds, tongues lolling from their mouths at the very thought of a new crusade.
Captains? What captains?
The fallen angel, his wings dark now, their luster surrendered for you. The dragon, bound by a debt that she cannot repay. And the lich, craving the answers that lie beyond the gates. But to whistle up your dogs, Spirit Eater, you will need the blade. Only 2 portals provide passage from this drifting cairn of mine. One brought you here, the other will lead you to the sanctum where the blade and your ally await. Go quickly, Spirit Eater. If you would look upon her face, you will not be her only visitor today.
Ahriman followed me through the portal, didn't he?
My hound is clever, is he not? You opened the door, as Ahriman hoped, and now he follows your ally to her wretched den. You saw him in your dream of the gate, saw him for the priest he once was, who served me at his brother's side, and turned against me at his brother's whim. He chose his brother over his god, but in his brother's defeat, I showed him mercy. He saw his error and repented on his knees.
Did Ahriman really repent? Or did you give him some encouragement?
Ah, Spirit Eater, perhaps some part of Akashi does still linger in your mind. You know me as he once did. Yes, I ensured that Ahriman would not betray me again. I set a guess upon him and imprisoned his soul in the City of Judgment, a hostage, until such time as he sent your ally's soul to its rightful place.
Where is Ahriman's soul now?
It lies in the few planes still. The decree of a god is not so easy to change, and Kellamvor is loath to reverse any judgment, lest he be seen as too human, too weak. And your ally's very existence breaks his law as well.
So Ahriman serves you still. How can he serve a dead god?
His faith in me sustains him. Belief is the currency of the plains, Spirit Eater, as your little dove will tell you.
Ahriman must be centuries old then, and he still lives.
By my decree, his body does not age, nor will it, until his quarry is brought to ground.
What do you gain from all this, Myrkul? If I end my affliction, you lose your contingency plan, and your life here will fade.
Will it? You may spare your soul the agony of the wall, but Akashi will live on. His hunger was born of the wall, born of emptiness. You cannot destroy that which is empty. The Spirit Eater will live on, as will I.
And in assaulting the City of Judgment, I glorify you.
In everything you do, Spirit Eater, you stoke the embers of my soul.
I will leave, Myrkul, but not before I grant you the peace that you rightly deserve.
Judgment has been too long delayed. Myrkul's time on the plains is done.
It is not yours to dispense judgment, Spirit Eater. The hunger of the wall holds no sway over gods.
You cling to an empty life, Myrkul. You are wrong. I have discovered a way to grant a final rest to the dead.
A lie. In all you do, you glorify me, Spirit Eater. You stoke the embers of my soul.
And now I will snuff those embers out. Farewell, Myrkul.
A final irony, even in this.
And with that, the god of the dead is gone.
And so, Myrkul at last lies dead. Prepare yourself, as his servants yet live, and they will not be pleased by what you have done.
Indeed. I believe we must run back quickly and kill them. Please allow me to get by, Sophia.
At my word.
They will die by my...
And they appear to all be dead. Good. Amanjero? I don't care for that. I suppose all I have to say is now is Requisat and Passamon. Unless...
To me, my allies, I shall lead.
Can you bring him back?
Yes.
Come back, Amen. Let's get back to what we set out to do. You are fine. What did we find? Myrkul's essence. This essence contains the spirit of the deceased god of the dead, Myrkul. Intense hatred and malice emanates from within. Even though the essence appears very solid, it has red, scintillating effect around it that creates a look of spurting blood. It might be possible to infuse a weapon that had previously received Myrkul's blessing with his essence to create an artifact of great power. The only thing that would surpass the weapon's potential would be the weapon's abhorrence of you. And Dia Pouch. This item resembles a simple bag stuffed full of ill-smelling herbs that seems to both engender confidence and foster smug self-importance. Supposedly, once sold in large quantities by traveling merchants as a cure for low self-esteem, it was shortly discontinued after causing strife, discord, and an outbreak of bar fights in the vicinity. Though it might prove useful in certain situations, you have a suspicion that if you want to deal with people rationally, holding on to this item is not such a good idea. -10 to diplomacy, and -4 to wisdom. I do not like that. In fact, I'm going to drop it. Yeah, I am not taking that diplomacy penalty. Not at all. Believe it. So, that is the end of that. And I believe there's something quick I can do with this. If I use this on this, there's a level up for her, and we gain the feat Malleate Spirit. I had heard of that. This passive ability allows you to craft from recipes that use volatile, brilliant, and pristine spirit essences. Okay, good to know. Said I don't believe we got anything else from what we did to him.
Yeah.
And we, have a level up for you. Epic Prowess might not be a bad idea. You could get Epic Gate, but you've already got a summon or two. I think no. You know what? Let's go with epic prowess. No, it's really only +1. Cleave. Alright.
Yes.
And
To me, my allies. I
any
shall
other
wait.
spells? Yes, a level 4 and another one. There's another restoration, and a level 8 you have. Let's go with another firestorm. And with that, I am going to end this episode here. It has gone on long enough. We've learned a lot. Next episode, we'll go through this portal and see who we have to face. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44. That is Travis Ignam, Sophia, Kaylin, Ganiev, Kaji, and Amanjaro. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, Mask of the Betrayer. And I shall see you all next time.